quality from the Overguard. Couldn't be more thrilled to be here with you right now. I'm definitely got some cool stuff on my table right now. Obviously, you can see what I'm rocking. Got the Evil Controllers headgear, as well as the Evil Controllers t-shirt. Now, the Evil Controllers t-shirt is a large. It fits me just fine. I normally wear a large, so if you happen to order anything from Evil Controllers, just order what you naturally order when it comes down to t-shirt size or maybe hat size. This is it's not a fitted hat or anything. This is it's adjustable, so you can do what you want with it to make it size up to your fancy. Moving right along, we're going to kick things into the controller itself here. First up is going to be the controller. The boxing, absolutely astonishing. Very amazing boxing right off the bat. Now, a lot of people are like, oh, Cozy, you're talking about boxing. Yeah, well, there's a lot of places that just throw crap together. This is quality. This is what it looks like. It comes very nicely packaged and very well put together. So, without further ado, we're going to pop this thing open. So, you pull it apart. You can notice right off the bat, it's got its own stand. Yeah, so this piece can act as a stand. I know it comes with the Evil packaging or something like that labeled on their website. Very much worth it if you don't have a stand. Utilize this. It's cardboard. It's not going to fall out. This thing's pretty in there when it comes down to it. You got to pull it out pretty well. So, controller's out. We're going to get straight into the critique of the controller. Not much really to critique, though. Actually, a lot to critique. What am I saying? This is a custom controller. So, right off the bat, you notice how lightweight it is. Now, you don't. I do. When you order your own, you will. Take the rumble packs out. That's what happened here. Measure that thing against your standard PlayStation controller, like this one, and you can tell the weight difference right off the bat. This thing, a lot lighter. It's going to reduce a lot of that gamer's fatigue that we have, maybe holding the controller too long. It's a little bit heavier than we should for prolonged periods of time. Plus, you don't got to worry about that crappy shaking all the time. So, good on Evil Controllers for taking that out. I appreciate it. That's something that I look for in controllers. I don't like the rumbles myself. Zooming in here, you can see that it's got a nice gloss finish over it, over the case. Very nicely done. I love the color scheme of it. The red, the black, the silver, all really flows pretty nicely. Got to give that one a 10 out of 10 on the case itself. Feels very nice. It doesn't feel cheap or anything. It's very quality made here. Jumping onto the backside, we'll go evaluate that really quick. Backside. Now you notice right off the bat, it doesn't have that shiny aspect that these plastic PlayStation controllers have. Yeah, it's because this one is made for when you eat chicken grease, right? Or anything with anything greasy. Nothing's gonna fly off, or if you get too sweaty, if you're one of those sweaty hand gamers, you know, trying to grind out to top 500 all the time for Overwatch, or, you know, trying to place really high in For Honor, this isn't gonna slip out of your hands like the standard controller will. So definitely add this to whatever you happen to purchase. It's got a nice rubbery matte feeling to it, kind of thing. It's not gonna slip away. Also, while we're back here, you notice these. They look like little screws. They're not. They're actually buttons, right? So these things are remappable buttons. You can have up to 2 on one side. I only have 1 here because that's all I realistically need. If you happen to know that you need more, get more. Apparently, it's pretty easy to change it out too. They actually send you instructions with it. Very simple to follow. I can read, you can read, I hope. Thank God for the American education system, right? Maybe. So, back to the backside. So, remappable buttons. You can have up to 2 back there, if I'm not mistaken. They could add more in the future. I have no idea, but very cool stuff. And they're very responsive. They've got a nice feel to them. Definitely located in a good position as well. Your finger's already there from holding the controller. I know some of you got some crazy hand-holding things that you do with your controllers, but I'm sure you can access that button on the back pretty easily, just like I can. With that being said, we're going to move up to the top up here with these triggers and bumpers. Very responsive. They seem lower profile, if that's the description I want to go with. These things can seem to activate more quickly than the standard controller would, the standard PS4 controller would. So I think that's going to up the gaming that much more. You're going to have a little bit quicker reaction time, which in these kind of games like FPSs and whatnot, that really goes a long way. Just having that little bit extra right there. And very responsive, like I said. They click back very well. Good compression out of them. Doesn't take much to make them happen, to make some action happen. flipping to the top here, you can see it's customized up there with that evil up there. We'll give you a couple flashes real quick so you guys can see that thing works, right? So controller's ready to go. I haven't paired it with my PlayStation just yet. I just pulled it out the box. But going back to the front side, once again, we already noticed the paint job on the front. Very nice. You can get it in a multitude of different colors, whatever suits your fancy. With the buttons as well, the D-pad and the buttons themselves. Again, different colors are available. I did get mine in green. That's what Evil Controller sent me, and I couldn't be more thrilled because I love green. I love blue. So me and Evil Controllers, we tie it like that. All right. So buttons, once again, very responsive, very good feel to them, and pretty excited to play with that and see how well they do in actual game. The thumbsticks, that's the biggest part, other than the weight and the feel of the controller. The feel being this backside, the weight being the no rumble packs. This is the next step, man. This is what separates men from the boys when it comes down to this custom controller. These things, man, they're so responsive. Look at that. They just pop right back. I can play with this thing for hours, right? So you can tell it's very quality. It's not something that's going to deteriorate or maybe start that weird flow thing you get from most of the controllers when you drop them from eating too much chicken grease. Sticky. So these things are going to pop right back, and they're going to do a terrific job for anybody that's going to be playing any sort of FPS or any game for that matter. Once again, very responsive, very nice. Well, that's not all. So they sent me this. Now I was like, what the heck's that, right? So I pop it open, and wouldn't you know it, they sent me extra thumbsticks with this thing. So that is absolutely awesome. So extra thumbsticks for my gaming pleasure here, whatever I want. They got domed, they've got the concave, the whatever you want to call them, the dipped in ones. And I didn't really notice the difference in them until I figured out how to take it off. Now, I was thinking to myself, damn, Gozy, you got extra thumbsticks. These things are going to be difficult to put on. Probably going to have to call customer support. Maybe we'll have to call the army in on this one. Nope. Very simple. Now notice, I'm flicking this thing real hard. Nothing's happening, right? But watch. Boom! Magnetized! Yeah, it pops right off pretty easily for simple removal and exchange. So you want maybe extended ones? They got you covered. Let me go ahead and pop this sucker on real quick. Now, once again, they are magnetized, so they're going to go on and off just like that. And once again, flick that thing around. It's not coming off. So you actually got to use a little bit of force to get it off, not something that you're going to do while gaming. So don't worry about, flinging that thing off in the middle of gaming with your sweaty hands. It's not going to happen. So these are the extended ones right here, and this is the normal one. You can see it puts it out a little bit further. Now, these are the ones that are caved in for your thumb to cradle into. They've also got the domed ones. I'm going to throw one of those on for you. Oops. I'm going to throw one of those on for you right now. Once again, it is extended and it is domed, so still responsive, still, not flying off when I'm flicking it. Doing a terrific job. I actually like this right here. Don't know which ones I'm going to rock just yet. I guess I'll have to play through it and see what I kind of land on. But couldn't be more thrilled for this controller. Very excited to see where it takes me in as far as gaming and how it ups my gameplay. With that being said, let's move on to the next piece they sent. It's equally as important as the controller is itself, and that is the case that you can get. This thing right here is gonna save your controller. Pack it up when you're on the move. Now, this thing is very sturdy. It's got that nylon kind of feel to it, so it's very smooth. It's like silk almost. Very cool. It's got double zippers, so you can zip it up all the way around to the middle, or, unzip it or zip it up to one side if that's what you want to do. Now, it does open up, obviously butterfly style, and you can just set your controller in, zip it up, send it on its way. Now, this thing is sturdy, like I said. You can probably drop it on the floor with the controller inside, maybe, accidentally, obviously. Gozy's not saying throw that thing on the floor. That's not what I'm saying. Most of you heard that. But very sturdy stuff. So make sure to go check out Evil Controllers, evilcontrollers.com. Customize your stuff.